We are live this morning, guys, into the year 2025, the second of the month of so-called January. Morning thoughts, guys. How's everyone doing? Welcome to the live, guys. Wait for some people to log in. And we're going to, guys, I have a good show this morning, man. Man, guys, I did some research. Yes, guys, welcome to Morning Chat. Morning Chat, I'm live. Your chat is live, guys. What's going on? What's going on? Wait for some people to log in, and I'm live. What's going on? Hope everyone is having a good year so far. Start off the new year good, as they say. Some people say it's a new year, but still do the same propaganda. So, wait for some people to going to log in. We are a minute and 21 seconds in the live, guys. Who will be the first one to join your chat this morning, guys? You know, we go into the new year, January, guys. It's the 2nd of January already. Wow. Kids went back to school. Just drop off my boys to school. I'm off from work today. And I have some errand to do. But before I do that, I said, let me go on and do my morning thoughts this morning and speak something what's going on, man. There's a lot of things going on, man. You see the news. A lot of things went down in the news into the new year, man. A lot of things went down, guys. We heard about that truck, as they call it, a terrorist attack, shooting, people getting burnt up, people getting slashed. Truck explodes. Explosion. People, it's a lot of things going on. Shooting in Queens. Nightclub. Amazora. One person is dead. And they're looking for another person. And I think I have a picture of that person I'm going to show, guys. Good morning. Welcome to the chat, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Thoughts. Welcome to your chat, guys. How's everyone doing this morning? Welcome to the chat. You're coming, guys. Press a like. What's going on, guys? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, people? What's going on in the new year? Man, the new year start off with a bang, people. Start off with a bang. The new year. You know what I mean? Vaz Cartel concert went up. Everything happened New Year. New Year, guys. New Year. The 31st going to, and today's the 2nd of January. Man, I have some information, some guys. I have some education stuff this morning, guys. Whoever have ears, hear and listen, who want to log on, log on. You know, wait for some people. There's 2 people in the chat. Press the like button, guys. Thank you for welcome to the show this morning, guys. I have a good show, man. And I don't know how, you know, it's just, that's why, you know, I just sometimes, you know, I lay down in bed, guys, and I just start to meditate, and you know, and I said, damn, what I'm going to speak about, what I'm going to bring up, what I'm going to bring, man. New year, my first live stream for the new year. I said, Wesley, what I'm going to bring, and your guys seen the thumbnail there, guys, January. And listen, guys, this everyone, and this is a worldwide thing. And that's why we you know, people don't pay attention. This is a worldwide thing where everyone celebrates New Year. It doesn't matter if you're in Japan, you're in Africa, you're in France, you're in the UK, you're in Jamaica, you're in Trinidad, you're in India. Everyone celebrate their New Year. And what are they celebrating? They are celebrating something that was put into effect, and everyone is following it and making sacrifice to go to Manhattan or wherever they go to all these people together in one place to celebrate what? To celebrate a person. That's all it is. That's all it is. And this is coming from the Romans, the Roman Empire, guys. You know what I mean? And this is not to cast no stone. This is reality. All this stuff is on internet, guys. If you know, we have to do some research. All this stuff is on the internet, guys. So it's just telling the truth, guys. You know what I mean? And it's a Roman god. That's what it is. And it coming from Caesar. Caesar is the one that brought forth all those rulings for people to celebrate this person. And this is the type of thing that it's a two-headed person that face looking back and a face looking forward, right? So that is what people are running to all these places to celebrate, because this entity that the Roman Empire. Let me read something, you guys. Let me just give you guys the information, right? Let me just give you guys the Roman god referred to the reason why January 1st is celebrated as a new year, as Janus, Janus, is a Roman god of beginning, right? The Roman god of the beginning, and after him, it's the beginning, and the month of January is named after him. Significant start of the new year by associated with a two-faced looking both forward and backwards in time, and celebrating the transition into a new year. But this two-face, symbolize the ability to look back, and at the past and to the future. But in the Roman mythologies, Janus is considered the god of beginning, doorway, and transition. Transition to what? Okay, now the connection. The Julius Caesar, when reformed the Roman calendar, choose January. You see what I'm saying? It's Julius Caesar, the Roman, change the Roman calendar, January 1st as the start of the new year, to do what? To honor Janus. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. People, it's get even more and more technical, you know what I mean? And but so when I start doing some information now, I'm looking, I'm like, listen, so there is some sacrifices. There's sacrifices. The most important aspect of the celebration was offering sacrifices to Julius at his temple. And what is a temple? This is a temple, right? And this is where this is when it's a worldwide, connection, and everyone is honoring this one entity, because check this out. Every different country, like I said before, every different country celebrate New Year in their own way, and it's a place where everyone gather to sacrifice what. So we are this what we sacrifice it, and giving. Roman would exchange gift with friends and family as a way to usher in good fortune for the coming year. Laurel branches were used as decoration in homes to symbolize a new beginning. I guess it's like trees, whatever. So Julius symbolized, the symbolism is a two-face of Julius represent ability to see both the past and the future, marking him the perfect dignity to honor at the start of the new year. So when you all have, let's talk about Times Square now, 'cause I live in New York. Everyone go to Manhattan Times Square. That's where they go to Times Square to celebrate, but they're going there is to make a sacrifice. What they sacrifice themselves. So they're saying this person, this Julius, we're going to celebrate, and he's the god of the beginning. So now he represents himself as a god. Caesar represents himself, he's a god. So everyone is going to worship this entity and say he's God, and he's not God. It's a false hope, because it's an object these people going to worship. And what is the object? The ball. Okay, and what the ball represent? The ball represent the world. So everywhere in the world, everyone go with a ball and worship the entity, and that's what they're worshiping. And we are in trouble, guys, because guess what? The world is saying that the new year is their God. This ball, this symbolize this object, what we do every year, celebrate and go to New Year. People, there's a lot of things happen. So what happened now? How this entity what is sacrificed to give to this entity is everyone energy that goes there themselves. You sacrifice yourself. People book hotels, do all type of things. They sacrifice themselves to go there to celebrate and give themselves to this entity. For this entity, they believe this entity is going to give them good fortune and all these worldly sacrifice. That's what these millions of people, guys, all over the world. So when you have millions turn into trillions now, or not trillion, probably billions of people over the world go to celebrate this entity, and what they're giving this entity is their energy, and this entity, what this entity give back, I'm going to tell you what the beginning of the new year, what happened every new year? Destruction. The first week of every year is destruction, and the year start off very hot with destruction. So with all these, we go there and we sacrifice, we give all this energy. Don't you think that energy gonna come back, that vibe's gonna come back? And during that time, everybody go to all these places and gather. There's so many chaos and wickedness and crime are being committed. And that is what the entity is being fed. Negativity. That's what New Year's bring. It's not fortune, guys. It's not fortune. It's a false hope in the entity that things going to turn out well, and it's not, because this entity is saying that he is God, and we want. That's what everyone is worshiping, guys. We're worshiping that entity. I live in New York. I live in USA. What's going on? J Dub, Mega Family. Good morning, man. Good morning. Welcome to the chat, guys. Welcome to the chat. So you know what I mean. So you know what I mean. A lot of people, make sacrifice. We sacrifice ourselves, and this entity that we sacrifice, the past. He's looking in the past and looking forward. So we're giving our entity to an energy that would not never going to give us anything positive back, guys. And what the entity give back to the world is destruction, is murder, is killing. And look what's going on in the world now. People, it's going to get worse. It's not going to get no better. You think it's going to get better? Go look at the vibes, what the world is giving. Listen, there's a lot of things this new year, and I always tell people, and if you watch my podcast, all those people watching my podcast and see what I speak about, especially the morning thoughts come on in the morning, right? And I speak about the year 2025. You know what I mean? Everybody was so caught up in the year 2024 and not knowing that, people say, oh, the year 2024, the year exposure. And no, it wasn't. It was a year of enlightening. And enlightenment means you were informed, you was given information. And whatever you do with that information is on you. So when we go in the year 2025 now, it's a year everyone gonna have to acknowledge who they serve. And literally, you will see it. You will see what people are serving through their action and through their words. You know what I mean? You can't judge no one, guys. You can't judge, but what we could inspect is what the vibes and the action, what they say, what they give off, what they're portraying. You could inspect that and evaluate that. So listen, that is not something good that I want to get into. That you're not judging them, but through their character. And now we in the year 2025, you're going to see a lot of people character what entity they're serving, and then you have to separate. People going to have to separate themselves in this year. They're going to have to separate themselves from people. I'm telling you, this is not about. I don't come on. This is not about no speaking about. I don't believe in all these people come on YouTube, psychic readers and palm readers. Those are all people, dynamic people. I don't believe in all of that, people. I don't believe in that. You have to be wise, people. Use your brain, use your common sense, use knowledge. Knowledge is power. Empower yourself with truth, guys. That's the only knowledge that you have in this world. It's not about money. It's not about that. It's not about all material things that you can accomplish. The world, God, is so screwed up. You're going to gain all of this, and we're going to die and leave it. You can't take it with you. No one took it with them. So it's not about money, guys. It's not about money. It's about power, information. Equip yourself with truth. Because once you know the truth, you know what direction, and you have choices, options, what to do. But if you don't have no option, you just know one thing, You could be easily be misled, and the whole world is being beguiled, people. The whole world are being beguiled with this propaganda, all this human rights, all this nonsense. And that's when you go to these parties are freak off part. That's what it is. That's what these parties, it's like they go there to celebrate. That's what the Romans love to do. They go to these, and people, we all know, guys, come on, see, this is the thing that, why you think the Catholic Church, why you think the Archdiocese in California, a verdict was rendered, they have to pay back $880 million to 1,300, over 1,300 victims that was sexual abuse through the Archdiocese system. So the facts is there, guys. I don't come here, I don't bash no one. It's what's in the media that people don't want to look. People don't like to get information. They go on social media. Yes, this is social media, but you have to be very careful where you get your information from, because sometimes the wrong information is out there. You have to seek, you have to look for the truth. The truth is there. But so many things you got to tear apart to pull apart that you have to get to the truth. But the truth is there, guys. Don't let nobody pull a fast one over your head. This is the year that you have to acknowledge, and there's only one God, only one and true God. There's no many gods. There's one and true and living God, God. One. That's what I believe in. One and true God. There's no many gods. I'm not a God, as some people walk around you. We're God. So if you're God, why you die? Why you can't conquer death? Why we can't live forever? So we go into the year 25. Today is the 2nd of January, people. We have to acknowledge, people are going to have to acknowledge, and the more we reject, the more that we reject, start worshiping creatures and objects and symbols, and not acknowledge there's a true and living God, we going to be in big trouble. That's why the world is, people, the world's not going to get better, man. Especially with the system, the one world system. You know what Donald Trump is pushing. You know what Elon Musk is pushing. You know what Zuckerberg is pushing. You know what Jeff Bezos, Eli, all, you know where they're pushing, guys. Technology. Technology. All those people went on strike on Amazon and Christmas. Oh yeah, they have AI now. They don't eat. They don't have to use the bathroom. They don't get tired. 24/7, 360 all around the clock. They never get tired. So people, we have to be smart. That's why the true word of God says you have to be wise, people. You have to be wise in these times. You have to read the times. Know what, you have to have knowledge. There's a lot of different knowledge, but is it the truth? You have all of these people coming social media putting nonsense in kids' head. Especially, you have all of these people coming talking about the Aztec and people from space and this and that. People, oh my God, the world is so corrupt. The world is so corrupt that the Creator is saying enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. And you know what's so sad? You know what is so sad about it? Us in good morning, good morning. You know what's so sad? Good morning, Wolfman. You know what's so sad about it, people? It's going to start in New York, California, and Florida. Because California, and New York, how they run through business is music. And the entity that where everyone go to Times Square, or in Japan, in Europe, in France, wherever, Russia, New Year, what all of these things have in common? They have millions of people gather. People is listening to music. People is partying. People is having fun, and the ball is dropping, celebrating the ball. Janus, the god, the false god. The God that looked, the two-headed idol. That this is what Wolfman, check this out. This is what people go to, the two-headed, right? This is it, right? That is where they go to, in Rome in January, Julius Caesar changed it and made it to be Janus, where he's like a god of the look back, forward. He's a god, and people go there. This is what all these New Year. So that's why January come in. But it's to honor and to worship this man, make sacrifice, and it's sacrifice where people go, where you see everybody gather, partying, dancing, music, and music is one of the main instrument that this entity use. For everyone love music. It doesn't matter what culture you're from, whatever music you like in your culture, you're going to play, you're going to move, you're going to like it. And that is what one thing everyone have New Year in common is celebrating and dancing. Yes, that's the book of Revelation. We are in the end times, man. We are in the end times. Quick times is coming. People don't understand that this year, 2025, as I say, Wolf, you follow my podcast. And I keep telling people it's a year where people going to have knowledge which God they serve. And if they don't acknowledge, you will literally see which God they're serving. Because now the New Year started, man. The New Year started shooting in a club in Queens, not in my area, but in the Staten Island, in one of the boroughs. They're looking for the guy that spun off in a car. Wicked. They had a what do you call it? A Telsa truck blew up close by Donald Trump. People, then you have the truck. That was a terrorist. Let me tell you something, people. People don't understand. All of these millions and millions of people, or billions of people out there throughout the whole world, go celebrate this entity, and give them all the entity their energy. And now the entities come back to return with all negative chaos. We let the beast out hard. The beast is running hard now in the world, man, because he knows his time is short. The one world system is here already. In the next year or so, in the next 45 years, you will see what Mr. Musk want to, portray or input in society when it come down to technology-wise, how the system will work. You know what I mean? And I know China ready to have it, but they're going to eventually have it here where everyone's going to come on it, one system, one bank system. And your money will be monitored, how much money you spend a month, where your money spending, what you spend money on. So everyone you will given, no one going to work no more, guys. That is what, AI is going to do all the job. There's no more doctors. No more computer IT people. Done. Computer doing all of that. AI. They already been your people. They had, they had that I believe the main mother computers in Europe. Why? Because when you look on into the ocean, right? Don't years ago, that's why I say the satellite, that's kind of iffy because they had to run all the cables on into the ocean. That's why now you have internet international everywhere, in Europe, everywhere. They run all the cables, for the internet worldwide. So that is what when people just say, oh, I remember when I was younger, right? People say, oh, Big Brother's watching you. Now Big Brother is really watching, right? Because there's nowhere in the world now, there's cameras everywhere, guys. There's cameras everywhere. There is cameras everywhere. People have phones, even in the woods of Africa, Brazil, Taiwan, France, wherever you are in the world, people have phones. Technology is there. Technology is there, guys, because they connected on the ocean. Technology is there. Technology is there, guys. Don't look for it in the air. It's under the ground. Men love to go down. They love to, men love to hide. And let me tell you how Wolf may talk about how the book of Revelation going to live out. Check this out. Boom. Where Wesley said, oh, why men love to go on the ground? Because check this out. In the last days, what they're doing now, they're building what they call it, they're building bunkers, right? Rick Ross, Elon Musk, Zuckerberg, all of these people building bunks. Why? Because they're going underground. They know, but they can't hide. Because guess what? The Rock gonna want to say, listen, don't hide underneath me, because the Rock want to place so high when a day of terror is here, man. They're gonna be a day of terror. You know what I mean? You could call it Armageddon, but before that, it's gonna be all hell break loose before Armageddon even start. Armageddon is where everyone gonna line up. going against Israel, Africa. I mean, there's a place they say they call it a Eastern Gate. There's a gate over there in the Middle East. I don't know exactly where it is, but I'm not, there's a call it Eastern Gate. It's locked for thousands of years. No one can come through it. But one man gonna come through it. I'm telling you, people, man, people don't understand, man. That's why, don't you know this? Check this out now. Every religion refer to Christ, acknowledge Christ. Am I lying? Am I lying? Every religion point and acknowledge Christ. Even they call him, oh, he's a messenger, he's a prophet, he was just a good man, a humble man. Some people say he was a magician, he worked science, all that. Whatever culture, ethnic background you come from, everyone acknowledged there was a man called Jesus or Christ or Jesus, because that's not his real name, Yeshua. They change it. You know, the Romans changed a lot of things in history, just like they changed the month, Julius Caesar. They did a lot of things in history trying to cover up. Why? If you trying to change something and put it in that means you trying to cover up. And that's what we have to find out is the truth. And the truth is always there. Anytime someone tampered or moved something to make it look different, that mean they trying to manipulate the situation, or as they say in Jamaica, dazzle you, or trying to make you look, take advantage of you, or manipulate you, or bully you, and the ultimate word is to beguile you. Okay? That's what they want to do. So you have to be careful. I heard the end of 50 years to get a new gig. Maybe you're part of the problem. Who you saying that to, Wolfman or Vilkman? So I heard end up to 50 year I get new. Yeah, end up to 50 year you get the new gig. Okay, now I see. Listen, man. Listen. The good thing about it is, right? The good thing about it, Morrison, right? Vic Morrison. The good thing about this, you could never deny that you heard the truth. You could never deny that when a person speaks facts, you can't deny it. You could cover you could choose not to acknowledge it, but you can't deny it. I hope that probably went over your head. You know what I mean? You can't deny it, but you don't have to acknowledge, but you can't deny it. Because the truth is always the truth. You know what I'm saying? And the good thing about the truth, it cannot be bent. A lie can, because a lie, you always gotta bend that lie. A truth never could be bent because it's the truth. How you gonna where are you gonna die? You could choose not to believe the truth, but it's there. And that is a beautiful of man intuition or will or choice. You can decide what you want to hear, you could decide what you want to listen to, but you heard it. You can't deny something you've seen because it's there. You saw it, but you don't have to acknowledge, but you saw it. That's why when people go in court, judgment day, when they go to court, that's why it's very important If you ever get caught up in a situation and you don't know nothing, don't say nothing. Because whatever you say will and can use against you. That's in the court. So that's the same thing when it comes down to truth. You could deny it. You could deny it, but you know you heard it. You could deny. You could, I didn't. You heard it, and whatever you do with that's on you. That's what's so beautiful about the truth. Whatever you do with it's on you, Morrison. Whatever you do is on you. So everyone have the decision what they have to do, and that's the beautiful of choices, man. You choose what you want to do, but guess what? There's an ultimate person that decide to choose that you got up this morning. A lot of people didn't get up this morning. You know, check this out, Wolfman. I'm about to. Earlier, I went to my mechanic. I have to get my inspection done, right? And I've been going to this guy. Number one, my mechanic. We've been going. I know this guy for about 35 years, 40 years. But we went to school. We went to school together, and he's a mechanic. He's my mechanic. And he said, "Oh, by the way, what's the name passed away?" I said, "Whoa." I said, "When?" He said, like the 29th or the 30th, something like that. So that's why I don't believe when men always say, "Oh, there's no God." Listen, you know, I don't try to convince no one. But for me, this is how I feel about it. And I always, express how I feel about certain things when it comes down to how I feel, my faith. And I said to this, man, wait a minute here. I got up this morning, but a lot of people didn't get up. And I said, when you go to sleep, people say trance or a form of, state of a dream or whatever, sleep. So if you're not dreaming or don't remember anything, you don't remember what happened. All you remember that you laid down and you got up, but you don't remember in between. Depends. If you have a dream, you have a vision, you have something, that you need to, because I do have dreams and vision sometimes when I go to sleep, and oh wow, I'm like, wow, and it doesn't come to pass right away, but when it does, you're like, oh my God, whoa. So that's when you know you're on the right path, because the creator is not going to tell you or tell anyone about you. He know what you need. I'm not saying people can't get advice, but that's why you have to be very careful. You know what I mean? If you believe there's a creator, you have to have that bond between the creator. Like I do. I don't care what anyone say. I don't care what anyone say. I know that I didn't give myself life. And anyone who walk around and said they gave themselves life, they are a fool. Because you are saying there is no God. And if you saying that you are God, why don't you produce life like that? So this is how you get these people. It's about people want to make themselves look educated and look better, like they know more and more. But when it comes down to it, no one know nothing. It's in you what you know. Some people get the truth, but they don't want to believe the truth and start looking for other truth and start believing other things. And I can't fathom out how there's so many gods in the world if there's one. And I always said to myself, if everybody believe in the same God, okay. I know there's different culture, people worship different. I know of all of that, people. But what I'm saying is, in every culture, there's different gods. And it doesn't represent the true and living God in majority of these religious groups. Why I say that? Because if everyone believes in the same God of love and peace and treat your neighbor with respect and with love and all of that, the world will never be in this condition. So how can I say everyone is worshiping the same God? It cannot be so. So that's how I feel about it. And if everyone think I'm wrong, hey, that's how I feel about it. And if you want to argue about it, good luck with that. Don't argue with me. You know what I mean? And a lot of, you know what it is? A lot of people problem is, a lot of people problem is with God. And they take out their problem with you because they don't want to believe, acknowledge there's someone else that is more power than them, have more knowledge of them. Because we all know a baby came from this, that, yes, 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 living, yeah. But what joined them together? The egg, this, that, but what came in the middle? There have to be something, there have to be some source of life there before anything come together. Because life have to say come together. Something have to put it together. Nothing can just come from nothing. Something have to come from something, guys. And if something's always there, that means if it exists, he could produce anything that he choose to do because he's always exists. That's how I look at God. He always exists. How can you question a person or entity that always exists, that know the past, the present, and the future? Because I read a lot of books. I read the Quran. You know, I read a lot of different books. And when you read it, they all come down to, what do you believe? And when you look at it, at the big issue in the world, what everyone's fighting over, is over land, because with the land it come wealth. So when I say land, that's what and you know what the Most High said in the book of Genesis. He said these people going to change the name of the land and put in their own name. That's what men do. Men love power. Men love to control. Man is greedy. Man love money. Man love materialistic things. Man love to show off. That's what it is. Pride. Man is very prideful. And we do anything to make our point. Keep it real. Not all. I'm not generalized, but all. But evil men. Evil men. Evil men. The word of the Most High speak about evil men, evil kings, evil rulers. That's why, these people go in power, but they are evil people. Because you cannot serve two masters. I don't care what you do. Two kings could never be in the same house. See, people got to understand, right? Christianity. I'm going to touch on quick because I'm not a Christian. Christianity believed that there was a man that came from heaven named Jesus. And according to Christianity, that he was the Son of God that came in the flesh and died for the sin of mankind. But before that, see, you have to rewind history before that. See, I love history, guys. I love history. And the Bible is a history book. So when you rewind and go way back, rewind and go way back, go way back, go way back. Number one, there's no Christian in the book. Disciples, right? Go out and make disciples. You see? See, so then I'm not trying to condemn, no, but I'm trying to make a point. You have to question certain things. Because the Most High give you 5 common sense. Because in the same book, in the Bible says you have to try the spirit. If it's the spirit of God and the spirit of, you have to try, because there's a lot of entity in the world. So when you go back, go way back, because in the book of Revelation, right? There was like a spiritual war. See, a lot of Bible scholars, they don't speak about things like this because it's part of prophecy. What people actually have to study and learn for themselves, because discipleship, and I'm not going to push Christianity in it because that's a man name that throw in there. Discipleship is a communication to follow what, as they say, Christ set the example. And you say that you believe what this man did, and you like how we handle things, and you like the faith, and it's true. And when I spoke about, when I said all religious groups always point to Jesus, as they say, as Christ, that he was a good example to follow. Yeah. Go do your investigation. All religion always speak about Christ. Jewish, even though they say, oh, he's not the son of Christ. How can he say he was there before Moses, and he's only 33 years old? Moses was hundreds of years, thousands of years before him. People don't understand. Okay? Muhammad speak of Christ. Krishna, Buddha, all of them point to Christ. Trust me, Buddha, they do. Trust me, people. I will never come on here and tell you nonsense. Trust you, people. It took me a long time to come to into this path, because I was, not try to avoid it, because I had another YouTube channel and I wasn't going the route that I was supposed to go. And people think, oh, when you have something to do, you don't do it. You survive for a while, but it's not going to last. I hope that don't go over people's head, because there's a lot of people always think coming on YouTube is 1, 2, 3. It's not. That's another thing. So going way back now, we're talking about, right? In the Bible, in Revelation, it's talk about there was a time in heaven, as they say. So Revelation, but there's other books. See, people don't see the thing that I don't have, the issue that I have with a lot of Christians, they don't read no other books except for the Bible. And they and Christian people sometimes they get so, as they say, heavenly minded, so caught up, but the earthly no good, because common sense they don't have. Don't you think if someone written that Christ was there, Jesus was there, don't you think other people are writing other books are there too, or taking account for history at that time? Come on. See, that's why I don't understand. Come on. You cannot just take the Bible literally for that one book. Read. That's why he said, you know what I mean? Come on, you have to study, man. Just can't just rely on the Bible. You have to study other books, because other people in history was writing books, history what took place. So you have to combine and put, because the Bible is the best history book. The Bible touches on everything, but it's not a complete, to get an overall perspective, the whole book, and look at it as, okay. So that's why I'm going way back to add up to this present time. So what happened now? We're going to add up to the land. What happened now? As the Bible say, in heaven, after everything was done, the rest, as the Christians say, God rests. The 7th day he rests. And it wasn't say God rests for, like, say, a physical rest. People say, no, it's not that. People could take rest in a different way. Rest. I'm just going to chill out and take a rest right now, relax, and see what. That could be a rest. You could take a look, rest, and see, oh, let me see what I'm doing over here. Let me just sit back and relax and rest and see how's everything going. Rest is not sleep. Rest is not nap. You're just resting. You could close your eyes, but you're not sleeping. You're resting. You could be meditating. That's a form of rest. So I believe that's a form of rest, to see what's going on. So when he came back from his rest, he knew what was going on. He said, yo, what's going on up in here? Because I left certain things in order. When I came back, chaos. Chaos was in heaven, as they say in the book. Chaos was there. So now, the entity that call it chaos, as they say, was his right hand man. Right hand man. That you there, man. You there. You see it. You see what's going on. And the right hand man had power, man. Power people had power. Not God power, not almighty power. See, that's the difference. I forgot the word for it. Not the almighty. So when the almighty came back, no, he ready establish or tainted or corrupt the kingdom. The kingdom was corrupted. So imagine one king and a so-called who want to be king, want to take over my throne or his throne. It's going to be a struggle, and it's going to be a battle, not a war, not a war, a battle. The war didn't come yet, a battle. But during this battle, it was chaos. Chaos in the heavens. According to scholars, according to the research, they said about one third of the almighty kingdom got beguiled. That's the word, beguiled, and decide to go with the beguiler. But before the beguiler became, he became the beguiler, man, let me give you to my best a depth definition how this person used to be. As if you could say a perfect, that's what he's perfect. His first thing that he perfected was music. And when I say music, anything that you see what put music on a pedestal, that's what he is. He represent music. That was his first music. Music was one of his first. That's why music is the most popular thing that people is words, vibration, and word impact. Word influence people. Word could hypnotize people. So he beguiled one third of the creator army, beguiled them, and they decided to go with him. But it wasn't so 1, 2, 3, because what happened? No, there was a battle. And in the battle, this to destroy a lot of things. Because he became what is hard thinking. You understand? So when let me tell you something, people. One person tell me this. 21 years ago or 22 years ago. Is it? I'm not sure. Probably close to that. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. He said the worst thing he dread is a house enemy. He said the worst thing you dread is a house enemy because you do not expect that. You don't see it. Because the house enemy have that big godly spirit that will do anything for you. Take care of your kids, look out for whatever your best friend, you hang out, everything, know your family, your wife, your grandmother, your know your family, know everything. Probably know your business. That's all tight. But he have an agenda, and that's dangerous. That's what you call a house enemy. And that's what this man told me. He said, listen, he said, listen, house enemy is one of the worst enemies you could have because you don't expect it. And that is what occurred in heaven, our house enemy. But the creator know all things. That's the difference. The creator know all things, but the creator want to see his heart. Really want to see his heart. He didn't want to go by force. He had to go by force. And the Christian people believe in the book of Isaiah, I think it's 6:1 or 6:2. I don't remember the verse, but it's one of those chapters. And they said that this man, Jesus said, he saw Lucifer, the dragon, the serpent. That's what he transitioned to. But before that, he was an author of music, beauty, voice, people, colors, dress, handsome. He was perfectly made. But when he got corrupted and refused to acknowledge his ways, what he have done, and the penalty, he corrupt others, so others fell out of grace, as they say, out of favor, out of fellowship,